Race isn't real in a biological or scientific way. That's not an opinion. It's what genetics and biology actually show. Humans are all the same species, Homo sapiens, and we share about 99.9% of our DNA with each other. The tiny genetic differences people point to, like skin color, hair, or facial features, are adaptations to things like sunlight and environment, not signs of separate races. Genetic studies repeatedly show that there's more variation inside so-called racial groups than between them, meaning the idea of biologically different races isn't supported in real science. The Jena Declaration, written by evolutionary scientists and geneticists, explicitly states that human races do not exist in a biological sense because genetic variation doesn't align with traditional racial categories. Race as a social category has real effects because societies treat people differently, but that social idea doesn't match biology. Race categories vary from place to place and change over time, which shows they're human-made, not nature-made. People are equal by nature, but systems train us to act like we aren't. Psychology, sociology, and history make it clear that inequality doesn't come from DNA. It comes from the way societies and economies are structured. Historically, ideas about race were invented and enforced to justify slavery, colonialism, and exploitation. Those ideas stuck around because they helped those in power keep control and maintain economic advantage. If people are divided, they're less likely to question who holds the real power or how wealth is distributed. Culture and tradition aren't fixed truths, they're learned systems. Things like customs, traditions, and trends are created, taught, and reinforced by people. Culture isn't written into your biology. Your brain develops and changes based on your experiences, not based on arbitrary labels you were given at birth. Psychology explains that identity is influenced by your surroundings and the groups you interact with, but it's also shaped by your own choices and self-reflection. The internet and society don't control you. Your choices do. Social media, trends, and online subcultures are powerful because they reflect what people pay attention to, not because they decide who you are. Studies show that social media influences how people present themselves and compare themselves to others, especially in adolescence. But that doesn't mean these platforms own your identity. You still have agency in shaping how you think, behave, and express yourself. Online trends come and go, opinions change, but your core identity isn't dictated by what's popular on TikTok, what people on Reddit believe, or what society expects. It's something you actively build through your values, actions, and choices. Your brain is built for autonomy and self-direction. Psychology shows that humans thrive when they make choices aligned with their own vision of themselves and struggle when they're forced into roles or boxed in by expectations. Being yourself, not what society or any screen tells you to be, actually lines up with what neuroscience and psychology say makes people mentally healthy and fulfilled. Control works when you think you don't have control. Social psychology shows that people tend to conform because of fear of rejection or because they think they have to act a certain way. But belief and reality aren't the same. Just because society pushes trends, norms, or labels doesn't mean those things dictate your destiny. Your identity is shaped by what you choose to accept and embody. You are not your labels. Race isn't biological. Culture isn't destiny. Tradition isn't law. Internet trends and social pressures are not chains on your identity. The only real race is the human race. So be yourself, not the person society tries to put you in, not what trends tell you is cool, not the product of data algorithms or social pressure, but you. That's not evil. That's biology, genetics, psychology, sociology, and real truth, all pointing in the same direction.